Okay, this issue of White Widow, #2, is way better than the first issue. The first issue suffered that thing a lot of stories have when they start out, where it's like, we have to tell the origin. Origin stories are kind of boring. If you've read one superhero origin or seen one superhero movie, and know what's up. How many times has Batman's origin been rehashed? You need to see it again? Not really. What about Spider-Man? I mean, they've basically redone his origin like 3 times in Marvel movies. First time was probably the best. I never saw the second set with what's that guy's name? Andrew Garfield. Like I never saw those. Were they any good? Because man, Tobey Maguire. Anyway, that's only tangential because she's spider powered. Look, see, webbing. Now the webbing's not drawn as beautifully as Todd McFarlane does it, but it's still webbing. So anyway, we've got. Let's just kind of run through what's going on here. So our hero, protagonist, is basically watching a video that her parents sent her about her life. It's actually a pretty nice little montage. The art here, I feel like the art in this issue is generally better than the art in issue 1. I don't know if that's just me, but I found the facial expressions were a lot better here, especially on the main character. You can see, like, look, the mischief, the concern, like, these are actual human emotions. It's amazing. So what happens? There's a bad guy. Did you think I wouldn't find out about this? Kills one of her own minions to prove a point to the person she was interrogating. That's a really stereotypical bad guy move, and also kind of a dumb one. Like, you are not going to inspire a whole lot of loyalty in your army of evil if you're busy killing them off when they haven't even made a mistake. She's like, we must keep this secret for no reason. So the bad guys here, they're part of some evil organization. Details don't really matter. The main character's parents worked for the evil organization, and they gave her powers to save her life, basically. And the powers were things that they worked on when they were working for the evil organization. Stop me if you've heard that story before, because I'm pretty sure I've heard that story multiple times. I mean, for starters, that's basically the plot line to Runaways, isn't it? Like, oh, our parents are supervillains. Like, oh, our parents work for the evil organization. It's a little twisted off from like the exact way that Runaways does it, but I know I've read this exact story before somewhere else. So then they send an agent named Pulse who has electrical powers after her. Let me kind of flip over to some of that stuff. Yeah. It's a pretty satisfying fight scene. It could have gone on a little bit longer, I think. It could have been a little more interesting. But there's some really dynamic stuff like the electrical powers. Her White Widow's powers are like nanotech based or something, so the electricity zips right up all her stuff, so it's bad for her. So now we've immediately got a villain with powers that are tuned to defeat the hero. Uh, Very classic kind of villain. Like, if you're going to introduce a villain right away in a story, in a big overarching story, there's really only a couple of choices you can make. One is to do the Marvel Comics thing, or Marvel movies thing, and the villain is basically the hero but bad. Go watch a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. How often is the villain the hero but bad? Obadiah Stane, Whiplash. Uh, okay, I guess Iron Man 3 kind of changed it up, but Iron Man 3 is also probably like the weakest of the Iron Man movies. Thor, who's the villain? The monster's the destroyer, who's big, tough, and dumb. What's Thor? Big, tough, and dumb. Venom, that's not an MCU movie, but it's still a Marvel comic movie. What's the villain in Venom? Another symbiote. What villain did they tease in that for like the sequel? Another symbiote. You see what I'm saying? Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin. They're kind of same but different. That one's kind of different though because there's so much chemistry there. It's not just I have your powers, because obviously they don't. The Green Goblin has a bunch of technology-based powers, which give him an edge against Spider-Man's spider sense. That's the other kind of villain, like this one. They have an edge against the hero. Their powers. They have something that means that they can compete against the hero. Batman versus Joker, for example. Joker's power is he's literally that crazy. And against someone whose power is I plan everything, chaos, order, you get a good conflict. What I'm saying is this was a pretty satisfying fight. I dug it. Downsides, there's one whole page of Jamie Tyndall art in the book. It's a pinup piece. It's right in the middle. I showed it on stream. You can go look at that stream if you want to. Her friend. I just flipped to like the last page and I saw her friend. Her friend makes this really goofy face. I'm gonna go find it here somewhere. Without showing the whole book up. Yeah, there it is. It's right before she goes off to fight the bad guy. Look at that face right in the middle of the page. She's also discovered that the suit like molds into whatever she wants, so she can basically like just generate new outfits at will. Totally sweet power. Look at this face. This is memeable. This is memeable. Someone needs to make that a meme template. Like, you just can't beat it. You can't beat it. Was this book worth $9.99? No. I bought it anyway though. $4.99, much more acceptable price. Might be worth that, but $10, come on. And there was one on the shelf in front of this that was $20 on the cover price, and the Kickstarter, God knows how many different covers there were and how much it costs to get them all. It's insanity. I can't really recommend you buy it at this price point. At the price point of a normal comic book, $3.99, $4.99, this absolutely would be pretty much worth it. I think I got this before some Kickstarter backers, which also seems really weird. Also, I think I just broke this. I gave the spine a little spine tick while I was handling it during this review. Ugh. Not that I'd ever get this book graded, but you know, maybe I could have one day. That's what I think about White Widow #2. It's definitely interesting, but this price point really kills it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.